So the recording has started. We would be solving 2018. So I'm just copying this and I'm placing this on, creating a new folder. I'll call it as solution for, it's Feb March, correct? It's May June. So I'll be going on the desktop. I'll be naming this solution for May June 2018. So we are going to talk about the website authoring, and there are only two things that comes in paper 3. The paper 3 majorly consists of web page authoring, and second is your Excel sheet. So here they have given you this thing to be created. You'll be given the tool Dreamweaver for getting this answer. So we start with the Dreamweaver and we start reading the question. They say open the evidence.rtf, so you have to keep doing the evidence at the same time. Um, Wait, we'll come to this back. First of all, they have said that you open the evidence document and you write your roll number after that. No marks has been assigned for that. Make sure your center number name appears on every page of the evidence document. So first of all, I will be unzipping my this thing. I would be unzipping. So here is the zip and extract to, so that has come, and the confidential source files. You have the evidence document here, so you have to open this. Okay, so since this thing has been opened, make sure that on every pages you have this. What does that imply? Header and footer. How do you do that? You insert it. Insert header. So what exactly? Three things we have, three places. So suppose my name is ABC and my center number is this, and this is my roll number. So header is ready. Command S. Keep saving. But .rtf. Save this as a word process document, so you have to save it as a word process document file. Save as. In the same location I would be saving, so it's in the desktop. I would be saving a solution, I have set it. So I would be saving it here as an evidence document. It's RTF. I would be transforming it to Word document and I would say save. Okay. So 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 now the web page. You work for Hot House Design, and you will be many of the people who view the web page have a very slow internet, and so internet, so efficient markup must be used. Markup means your tags are called as markups. Create a new folder CCHTML. So triple CHTML, you'll be creating this. Control C. I'd say that you create it within your folder. So the folder is existing here. May June, I don't need it anymore. I would be closing this. Um, okay, so you would be placing all of these things. Control A, Control C, and triple C HTML. Right click. You'll be creating a new folder. You would be having triple C underscore HTML, whatever way they have set, command V. So I have everything here. CCHTML, locate all the files in the, so cabin, logo, SS and text. I don't want other things to be there, so you can remove other things. You want me to remove? I won't be removing. I'm not removing it. Anyway, they have not given you marks. The mark starts here. The 10 marker question appears here. Okay, so the CC, you have to create a web page. So now here you come, and here you're given a lot of options. You click on HTML, and here you're going to create. The first thing that you have is insert. What table they have said? Exactly how many rows and columns do you have in this? You have to look at that. So over here I see it's one row, two row, three row, one row, two row, three row, one, two, three, four, four rows, and two columns. Four rows, two columns. I go in this. Okay. 4 rows and 2 columns and 200 width. That really doesn't matter. That we'll see later. So here it comes. Okay, so that's how it has come. Now you remember I have explained you something called as call span. Over here the call span would be needed because here they have made things appear. We're closing, I would be needing this, and I'm closing other things as well. And this thing is also needed. So in the Adobe, you find that they have this is row span. The two row has been made just one, and the dimensions have been given to you. So you would always be having things in this format. So let's first of all code our thing in that manner. So split if I say so things. Wait. So this is your first row, and first row 1 2, and then the second one won't be coming, so I would be calling it as td. I call it 2. There is okay. How wait, on Dreamweaver, so you have merged these two things together. Okay, where is it? Merge css. Now, another thing, sometimes your properties also don't work. So, as I have already said, that this is only for your practice and you have to know all the tags by yourself. It might happen that one day before the examiner may say, I won't allow you to use Dreamweaver. What did the examiner says? Okay, but it's a privilege that I am allowing you. We see, it's allowed basically. They say suitable software package. This is what they say. So I am following the guidelines. It's a suitable software package. Okay, but whatever, I mean to say that from the syllabus perspective you are expected, because even in your paper one you would be expected to know how to merge, because this will be there in your paper one. Okay, so you have to know it. Clear? So how can I merge these two people together? So it's rows, two rows I want to merge, so row span, row span equals to 2, so two things should become one, and the other thing will also exist, whereas the other one, in this case this is not going to exist, and this is going to exist. You understand? So this is how things are there. So blank spaces, nothing in that. And NBSP stands for what? And NBSP stands for what? Now they have said that you have to save it as ccc.html. So I would be saving it into my commonplace and solution. Okay, within this I would be triple C dot htm, and I want to save it. Saving done. So td row span equals to 2 and 580 into 577. 580, so here width and row is there, but sometimes it doesn't work. 580 into 5, so first is always a row and second is always column. Royal challengers, rows into columns, always keep that in mind. So ये मेरा width हमेशा बड़ा होता है, और what do you call width and height ना, height हमेशा छोटा होता है. नहीं, ये रो है, ये रो है, और ये height है. Height means vertical, right? So 580 will be coming here. I mean to say 580 and 577, 577. Is that simple? So that's how things would be automatically becoming. You can see the changes happening on this side. Correct? Similarly, I would be making the transformation, that's 320 into 445. 320 into 445. So 340 into 340 into 445. So it's working in my case, but in majority of the cases I have seen that first time when you go to work with width, it doesn't work that well. Okay, so that's another thing. Now the third thing which is there, which would be falling in this category, because it won't be having one thing. One won't be existing for it. So 320 into 132. So I would be say 320 into 132, and controllers keep saving things. Next thing is 900 into 200. 900 into 200, and okay, this is completely, this is call span. We got two columns are merged together. So first thing that you will be writing call span equals to equals to 2, and okay, now comes the body of so here comes the turn off. Okay, here I am. So width and rows I will be talking about. What is it? 900 into 200. So 900 into 200. That's how you do that. Call span is also there. Height has come. The width didn't come. Anyway, whatever it is. 900 into 80. The next thing. Again, the call span needs to be done. Call span or row span, because it's two columns that needs to be merged together. So call span equals to, again it's 2, correct, and उसकी जगह पे मुझे क्या insert करना है, width and height, and it's 900 into 80, so it's 900, and here you have 80. Is that simple? Width is not coming. See, everything is coming, and sometimes this is not a correct thing to view. So you can preview in browser as well from here. If I say that Chrome is the best, Chrome would come and Chrome would be showing you how, in what way things are coming. You can always verify what they have said and what you have implemented. Things should be exactly 582 to 577. Are they there in that way? Is it, first of all, is the structure appearing to be similar or no? No, structure like 1 2 3, if the call span, everything has come properly or no? Yes, the things are there in that way. Another thing that we need to see is the code में जाओ and code में जाके ये check करो कि is everything okay. Another thing, if your table has been given by default some value, so that may also create a problem. Like table width किसने दिया? तुमने दिया क्या? Did you give this? No, no one gave that. Okay, but still it happened automatically. So it is creating problem for it to expand. The TD cannot expand more than that. Okay, so now if I say this, if you see this thing in the browser, the corresponding thing, you can see the changes. So that's how it is. So you have to always see there is some problem somewhere existing. And over here, the TD call span, although we did, but we didn't specify the width and column. It is 900 into 80, I think. 900 into 80, so you know the way how you have to do it. 900 followed by this one is 80, correct, correct. So here in that way things have come. That's it. Proceeding ahead, in this way each table cell is identified with a letter and all dimensions are in pixels. Pixels, you can see that whether you have given them in pixels or not. So here by default they should be in pixels. The letters and dimensions should shown in the table must not appear on your final web page. They are not interested to see this content. Table borders must not appear on the final web page. So border you have to remove. So border equals to 1, which is there. Finally, they don't want that to exist. Okay, anyway, that's for means for my understanding, I'm keeping it as of now, but later keep that in mind. You have to remove it, then only you will be getting full 10 marks. So can I assume 10 marks scored completely? Okay, proceeding ahead. Place in cell A the image cabin.jpg. I know where is this stored. So this thing it should be there in the same location where other files are existing. Is it there in the same place where other files are existing? Yes, it is. So now here I can directly give the file name, and the question is cabin.jpg, 570 pixels wide, maintaining the aspect ratio. Resize the image in the markup 570. So cabin.jpg. Should I copy it from here? J Control C, Control C. Where do I have to keep this? In the cell A part. So the TDA is existing here, and I have to put. So when you have to put image, use your IMG SRC. So you can do it this way, or I would do IMG SRC, or you can go in the section where you're interested, and in there you will go insert image. You will find where is image, and CCC HTML. whatever cabin they have sent, you select the cabin. It becomes easier for you to insert it. Alternate text. Now, alternate text. What? See, you have to give some of what's the significance of the alternate. This could be a question. We find sometimes the web pages may have very heavy images, so we have to replace those images. No, sometimes loading those images will be very difficult for you. So what do? You write the text coming is very easy, but image coming is difficult. So for the time being, when the internet is slow and the image has not been loaded, you can write an alternate. So here it's cabin, like cabin.jpg. I'll simply call it cabin, and this way it's ready. And okay, I say it appears it will be coming within the dimension, but I think it has just crossed its dimension. 580 577 के बीच में होना चाहिए, so they have also specified about it that what dimension they are actually looking it at. So they have said that 570 pixels wide, 570 pixels in the 580. So 570, how can I make that happen? So the width is always there. So it's 3260. I don't want that to be by default. It has come. Do I want that thing? No, I wanted 570. So aspect ratio should be maintained. So you won't be saying anything to the height. Okay, it should automatically be adjusted. Okay, so aspect ratio I believe should get maintained, isn't it? Isn't it? The aspect ratio should get maintained. But अगर तुमने height रहने दिया the default value which comes off its own, that's bad. Okay, so in this way aspect ratio has been maintained. Also the aspect ratio when they say this lock sign would be always appearing. Okay, so this also indicates that the if suppose they ask you for an evidence, so this also helps me in understanding whether the aspect ratio is maintained or not. Okay, next thing that we have, so 2 marks score completely. Another thing, so logo.png, and they have given both the stuffs to you. So logo.png in the cell B, so same way, but you have to know this img src as the attribute, alt as the attribute, width as the attribute. I added all of you have to know all these things. The second part B, I would be making transformation. Logo.png, इंसर्ट में जाओ, इमेज में जाओ, और क्या करो, ये लोगो है, इसको ओके बोलो, आगे अपनी जगह पे ऑल्टरनेट मुझे देना है, लोगो नाम दे देता हूँ. So you have to provide alternate always. If you don't involve this, your marks will be getting deducted. Okay, this time there's a huge transformation that they have done in there's a new syllabus which is also not mentioned in our textbook. Okay, so they would be coming up with that question now, which I would be definitely showing you now. Although it's not a part of any textbook, okay, but you would be having it. And Yash, okay, Yash, since they have not come, they would be. I will be sharing this video. I'll just post it on the YouTube. That would be good, no? So clear with this? Okay. So now the next thing is. Next thing, so this mark score, we have to see that the image markup wide is 316. I can write it. I can select this file, 316 and 618, 440 it should be. So here I go and I make it 440. That's it. So I don't want this to remain. So here I just removed. The lock sign has gone away. So what I want this to become 440. 440, and over here this thing I want 316 316. Is that simple? Keep saving your work. Control S will help you. So this 1 mark score, make sure your appropriate text is displayed if an image is not available. I have taken care of alternate text, correct? So that 1 mark also scored. Place in cell C the text Colorado Cabin Company. Cell C, this is my cell, no, that's my cell C, correct. What I have to place over there, Colorado, within the h1 tag. So h1 tag you can't do, you have to do it yourself. So here you go ahead with the h1 tag and you close. Did I write anything over there or no? Uh-oh. Hmm. So so here I would be including h1 tag, and then here I would be closing my h1 tag. Okay, within this I have to write the statement that has been given to you here. Control C, Control V, save it. Done. That's what they have expected. So full 2 marks. Now next thing, in the place D, the text from the file txt that should be placed as h2. So first of all, I will be writing h2. Is this the place? So h2. First of all, I will be writing. So h2 close and slash h2 has come automatically. Now I would be actually going to see where is this .txt file existing in this. This is the .txt file. I would be opening it with a notepad. Control A, Control C, go here. I come in my software package and I paste it here. I did that. Is that simple to understand? Now proceeding ahead, keep saving your work always. So keep saving your work. Next thing that we have is place in cell E the text website prepared by. So this is and followed by your name, your center number, candidate number. Now this is a common line that you must have seen everywhere. It should be with H3. Okay, so I come there and H3 I need to do. So here is the content. Here is the TR starting. Here is the TD and BSP have to remove it. And then within H3 things would be things are existing. So here I come and here I place it by my name is ABC and the center number is this and roll number is this. Simple, done. The next thing is, so in this way 2 mark score. Center align the table in the browser. Browser in the center, how is that possible? It's a 1 mark question. There's a center tag. What is there? Center tag. So you will be coming at the place where the table starts here. Immediately after the body, you will be coming over there and you'll be saying center, T-E-R. There are two spellings of center, C-N-T-R-E also, T-E-R. So take care of this thing. And the table ends over here. So you would be closing. Okay, center tag. Done. What's the next thing that is, so in this way 1 mark also scored. Okay, you want to see the implementation, how it has come in the center. So here again I go file, preview in the browser and the Chrome, and that's how it is. Okay, okay. So, okay, care must be taken that sometimes if some dummy values are getting in, see to it that you're removing all the non-required things. See to it that, see, now your class is of only 1 hour, and within 1 hour, I will be finishing this paper. There is another Excel sheet which you can finish in just half an hour or maybe in 20 minutes. 2.5 hour का paper it is. We should understand that this paper should be done at the most 2 घंटे के अंदर. The paper should be done. Okay, if it is not happening, that means you are really not taking your exam seriously. Okay, so that gives a difference, because last year the students who were there, they they were finding it, so they were so struggling with it that even at the last minute they were finding it that things were not up to the up to the mark of submission. They were taking printouts and they were too much confused about it. The more practice, the more it helps you to gain confidence. Okay, so proceeding ahead. So center align I've done. Set the default target window so that a new page opens in the current window. Set the default target window so that a new page opens in the current window. Default target window so that a new page opens in the current window. But where? So here they are talking about the target. Target generally comes in ahref, but they haven't specified anything. So I think this is an error that a new page opens in the current window. It seems like an error because they have not questioned anything about ahref making hyperlink. They haven't said anything. Okay, but here they make only the how hot house design a hyperlink of the web page, and it should go to this, and which should open in a new window called this hyphen new. How do we do this? So ahref is the thing. So text house design, I need to first see where is the text house design there. Text house design. So you can always get into the design to see where's hothouse design existing. Hothouse design is here, correct? So this I want as a hyperlink, correct? Can you make a hyperlink? Shortcut, make a link. So they have given you that. What exactly do you want over there? I want a data source, or I want a site, not file system. I want a site, create a site for this file. So unnamed site, local site. Okay, leave all of these things. I would okay, URL can be provided over here. So create a site, unnamed site. So I'm saying just test and location site is, I would be just copying this, or you would be required to enter Control C, and I will Control V. That's a save. It's not a valid path. Okay, so they want a path or a file system here also. Oh, the URL can be stored over here directly. Control Command V. So it's happening. So if I say here, okay, is it coming? Let's see its code. Splitting it. ahref, and that's what we wanted. So that's done. Should open. Okay, target. It should be having. So this thing you'll always find target is the um, target is a attribute which is there in ahref, which makes it open into a new window or the same window. You can always say target equals to, and it is presented hyphen new. So if you say new, it will be opening in a new this thing, new tab. So 3 marks code, yes, and make the image of the cabin a hyperlink so that it sends an email. So cabin, the first one that I have put. So I have to mail to this thing, and she'll have a subject. So let's understand how do we do this. So you come here, you click on this, you click on this. You want to make this as a hyperlink, correct? So actually, you're placed here. You can also write the extra by yourself. A, why am I writing here? I mean to say that you should come here and you should start writing a href equals to. Now they have said that you have to write a code such that you can send a mail. So there is a method mail to this function, and then you put a question mark. Then you say subject equals to, and now to see what the subject exactly is, information request. Control C. I come here, I paste it, and that's how it happens. Is this simple? The moment you click on it, what happens? This is how we do this. So, how many marks you scored for this? 5 marks. Can you imagine just one line giving you 5 marks? It's very important. Okay. Another thing. Attach the style sheet, and here the style sheet works styles. Style sheet, another critical thing that you have to include. See the web page. Attach the style sheet. Attaching the style sheet is also very simple. First of all, you need to see whether the style sheet is existing or not. So .css file, .css cascading style sheet, ss CSS. Yeah, that's what they're asking you. So I would be including that. How can I do that? You just have to come here. You find this kind of icon which is existing. You see this plus kind of new CSS, and this chain kind of thing is there here. You click on that. Okay, link or import, you'll say link. Okay, and in the link you browse, and JSS ss.css exists, and you say okay over here, and then it automatically, where has it come? Oh, that's no. It should come automatically. Link href. It will definitely automatically come in the head, because so we find this is, see, now this is the new thing that they have added in your syllabus. Not this. CSS was existing even previously, but now they have added three kinds of CSS. One CSS is external, internal, and inline. So what you can do, there's a style tag. People can actually, here the CSS file is existing as a separate file. Okay, but what the new thing is that you can write your own code even within your HTML. It's not necessary that you have to write a separate CSS file and you have to attach it. No, you can make it within the same file also. So that is called as internal. Sometimes what people do, these codes these codes which are no, these are I'll be talking about it soon, but I'm just giving you an understanding the three categories, the three classifications. Control C, and I come here and I paste it here. What happened? So I would be pasting it, so within the head you can place a style tag, style, closing it, and again slash, so style will automatically be closed. Now within the style and slash style, it's placed within the head. If you place anything within this, what happens? So even this will have an impact in your web page. Acha, apart from that, they have also included two more things. I will be talking about. ये देख रहे हो? The color wasn't this. The color just happened this. Okay, so this is called as internal style sheet. This was external style sheet where you actually linked it using the icon that I showed you. Okay, sometimes the icon does not appear. In that case, you have to find it out. Where is it? Okay, it comes little transition here and there. When you do, you get it always. Okay, is this understandable? Okay, as of now, I won't be keeping two things together, so I'm commenting it. Acha, commenting. How is the commenting possible? More or less, we find ये है मेरा कमेंट, नहीं हुआ कमेंट, ये है मेरा कमेंट, नहीं हुआ कमेंट, I'm removing it. Okay. Okay. So comment is basically in HTML presented in this manner. Since I'm talking about comment, a comment is always presented in this and here. Okay, exclamation sign followed by two hyphens and whatever you write, and then you give hyphen and you close it. Uh-oh. You see this? Two hyphen on the other side. So that's how the comment comes. So here if I write this is command, command. So if you want to give it multiple line, no problem. You can have multiple line comment as well. You understood? So that's how comments could be added. At the same time, we find that comments could also be added here. Sometimes they ask you to write your name, number, center number. So now how would you be doing that? This is slash star, and then star slash, and within this you can write that my name is ABC, it's IN and here. Is this simple? That's how the comment happens. Save your work. So external style sheet, internal style sheet. Sometimes if I want to make any transformation, say suppose if I want to make any transformation in any special DR, that the data whatever is presented in it should come in a different manner. Like H2 is there and I want to change it. It should not be presented the way it is coming right now. So you can keep looking at the design. So I split, let's see it together. I can write things in this manner. I can write things in this manner. I'll say styles. Now style is an attribute also. So style is also a tag, style is also an attribute. So there are multiple options that you have. What happens? Style is equal to, within the double quotes you have to. So now there are certain attributes, certain the CSS attributes, certain key and value that you can provide for. So here, one of them is font family. So if I say font family equals Verdana, so if it has a support for Verdana will be coming. Okay, so or if you say sans serif, serif, whatever, so that would be coming in that way. You understood? Do you think it was looking in the similar manner before? It was, so it has changed, right? Now if I remove it, let's see, how does it appear now? Has it changed? It remains same. So more or less this is how we do it. Actually when there's so many styles I have to remember styles, but using this there's a very easy way of doing it. And now I will be talking about it. Display the web page in your browser if necessary, resize it so that all the pages can be seen. Display the web page in your browser. So you have saved the web page, right? Evidence document 2, and then they will be asking you to do any translation, okay, for 4 marks. But first of all, we'll be understanding what exactly how we have to present our first evidence. Display the web page in your web browser. So I think there is no more transformation they want. Actually, it's already open web browser. I can go and refresh it once, and the transformation I can see very clearly, correct? But still I feel that there's some problem somewhere. So because this is such a big dimension, how can it happen? So I would be checking the dimensions once. 320 into 132. 320 into 132 is okay. 320 into 445. 320 into 445. 3 320 into 445. 320 into 320 into 445. Correct? 580 to 577. I believe this should definitely address the change that I expect. Uh-oh, somewhere more. The this thing has come up. It should also just come in the same manner. 445. So the first one, 580 to 577. That's right. 320 into 445 is also right. And then ये किसने ऐड किया? 316 is less and 440 is also less. So even that is okay. Is image having some problem in it? Because the image size they have set 540, 570. So it's 580, no? So width is within the dimension. If I make it 580, then it should definitely cover the whole area. Let's see, is it doing that or no? That will help me to understand whose problem exactly. It's not. Because it's maintaining the aspect ratio. That's why. I believe that it is needed that way. 900 into 900 into hmm. No, so have they said anything like that? And they have already also said that they want the aspect ratio to be maintained, for which I didn't give the height. Did I give the height? I didn't. So because I maintained, and they have given you the width in this case. So this is how it needs to be done. Okay. 900 into 200 also I'll check. So this checking is important, and hence I'm doing it. Where is this 900 into 200 written? Colorado Cabin Company, they had some 900. 900 into 200. See, the width is not existing. You understand? So sometimes don't believe on height and width the which you put from here. There will be a problem sometimes. 900. 900 into 80. Next one. ये देख रहे हो यहाँ पे भी width नहीं है. मैंने डाला था but it didn't come. Correct? Width is equal to 900. So 900 in this manner we put, and hence uh, 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 I can see the changes here. Let's see. It came. So it could be a reason. You have to always check your coding. So that's how things are expected to be done. Another question which is there here is so they want me to take the evidence document. All the pages can be seen, all the text can be easily read. The address bar is visible, and the address, the URL, because whatever file they have set, no, they want to see the CCCHT, and they would be grading you for that. So you have to fit everything. How do you fit everything? You press the control, and you make your the ruler of your mouse. You reduce it, okay, and then you can transform it. See, this is hyperlink. It says, okay. So everything has to come on a single page. Can't help it. It's not becoming smaller. It's not becoming smaller. Um, Computer zoom in, zoom out. Where? This? What arrow? See, it used to happen. But it's not happening. See, it showed some effect. So it's not understanding. I think it will understand three fingers. Baapre. I've not used it on my computer that much. So minus. The text see to it that it is visible, so it is 67%. You can transform it. You can 67 keep a child. Oh, okay. Press F11 to exit. But that thing is not coming, which is our requirement. So we would be zooming it to the extent which. So minus. But actually, using the roller it becomes easier. It is happening here, but it's. You wanted me to be little simple on it. I was getting so much harsh. Yeah, they don't. They're not needed. So let's remove it now. How do we do that? Just go there, and you have the border written over there. You remove it immediately, and then the evidence document is also open. I go there. I will first refresh it, so that everything goes. Control S. Sorry, not Control S. We have to take. Um, we have to take the evidence document. So we take a snipping tool, and the snipping tool will help me to understand what should I be doing exactly. Um, to complete this thing, snipping tool you can take new, and that's how things would be there. Correct? You have to see to it that everything is visible enough. It's copy, and then it is going to be pasted. So it's evidence one. Command V. Is everything visible? See to it that only the content, so that everything is visible. You place it that way. It should also be shown that it is placed in the center. That hence I've shown it that way. But I believe that everything is visible. Correct. Now the next thing that we have is the tree. Take a copy of the HTML source and place this in your evidence document. Copy and place it in your evidence document. That's evidence two. What you'll be doing, you will be coming in your Dreamweaver, whatever content of your HTML is, removing this. You'll be Control A, Control C, and you'll be placing as an evidence Control V. That's it. See, proceeding backwards. Another question. Open the style sheet in a suitable software package and examine its content. In the style sheet, H1 is defined times 0 inside. Using this example, explain in your words how the browser interprets these fonts and why one value in the font family definition has speech marks around it. Font family definition has speech mark. Type your answer in your own words into your evidence and not more than 100 words in your evidence document. So they didn't question you much, but they are only asking. They didn't question you much on CSS also, but they question you why H1 is having things in this manner, and what speech, what they have said. Using this explain in your own words how the browser interprets these fonts, font family. How does it interpret these fonts, and why one value in the font family definition has speech marks around it. So by looking at it, you can take your decision. So Dreamweaver, here we are. Text align is center, all of these. So you'll say if times does not exist in the browser does not support this font family. So in that case, Times New Roman would be checked for. And even if that does not exist, then the font of serif will be set. So so this is what, in this manner, this video which was related to, so every time you type your answer you have to type this answer such that you get 4 marks. Okay, so you can refer to the marking scheme what exactly, like if this does not exist, then that comes. And using this example, so you will be talking using the terms times, then times zero, so all of these would be having weightage for marking. Okay, so in this manner I have explained you everything, and here I close